It's so great to have you here, showing up for yourself day after day, committed to growth, and embracing the journey. That's something to be truly proud of, and I hope you're taking a moment to acknowledge it. Let's talk about something we don't often admit to: the fear of apologizing. It's more common than you might think, and it's time to let that fear go. Maybe you're thinking, I'm not afraid of apologizing. I'm fine with it. But are you sure? Really sure? Because many of us, at some point, let our egos get in the way of acknowledging our role in certain situations, avoiding accountability even when we know deep down that we should apologize. The ego, driven by fear, often holds us back. It's a defense mechanism. Our brains are wired to protect us from what feels like danger, and admitting fault can trigger that sense of danger. It's like our amygdala, our fear center, lights up and floods our system with stress hormones, putting us in a fight, flight, or freeze mode. Apologizing can feel like a threat to the ego, which wants to keep us comfortable. But the truth is, we all make mistakes, big and small. That's part of being human. We don't always mean to hurt others, but intent doesn't outweigh impact. What really matters is how our actions affect the people around us. So, when someone comes to you and says, "Hey, what you did hurt me," that's a moment to take seriously, especially if it's someone who rarely voices their feelings. When someone builds up the courage to tell you they're hurt, their own amygdala is firing up too. It's not easy for them to confront you, and how you respond in that moment can make or break the relationship. If you dismiss their feelings with something like, "That's stupid, you're overreacting," or "I didn't mean it like that, stop taking things personally," you're essentially saying, your feelings don't matter. You're telling them that their experience is invalid, and that can do real damage to your relationship. Now, sure, you're not responsible for other people's feelings. But if you care about someone, their feelings should matter to you. Instead of leaning into the discomfort of being held accountable, a fragile ego pushes back, clinging to fear and denying responsibility. But remember this: growth doesn't come from staying comfortable. Growth comes from facing those uncomfortable truths and pushing through. As Maya Angelou once said, "Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better." That's the key. You don't have to fully understand why someone feels the way they do. If you care about them, you need to take their feelings seriously, listen to what they're telling you, and here's the tough part: apologize. Even if you didn't intend to hurt them, the impact is what matters. A simple, sincere apology can mend more than you realize. It's not about groveling or feeling like you're at fault for everything. It's about acknowledging that your actions had an unintended consequence. Apologizing shows empathy, and empathy is often all that's needed to heal a strained connection. Here's something important to remember: empathy is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And the stronger it gets, the easier it becomes to lean into it. Imagine a world where we all had high levels of empathy, where we listened, understood, and apologized when necessary. It would be a much better place, wouldn't it? So, the next time you're in a situation where someone shares their hurt with you, take a breath. Let go of the fear. Set your ego aside. You don't need to defend yourself or prove that you didn't mean to cause harm. Just listen, understand, and offer a heartfelt apology. That's how we grow, how we strengthen our relationships, and how we make the world a better place, one small step at a time. Let's keep building that world together, one moment of empathy at a time.